In today's video, my top 5 supplements to go from looking like this to getting absolutely shredded. We're starting right now. Hey guys, this is Paul Corbolic from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, I'm gonna give you my top 5 supplements that have helped me maintain muscle, lose body fat, and get shredded in the best manner possible. Now, before we start talking about supplements, guys, we have to get down to the basics. If you're not accountable with your diet, with your training, with your overall lifestyle, don't even worry about the supplements. But if you are serious, then let's talk. So first, I'd like to say Happy New Year's Eve to everybody. And today's video is a question that I got on my Instagram direct message, which I'll put on the screen here for you guys. So if you go to my Instagram, send me your direct messages. I'll answer your questions as quickly as possible. And also, if you comment below, I'm definitely gonna try to reply to those comments. So hit the subscribe button. Let's make 2022 our best year ever. And as a reminder, our transformation challenge starts in a couple weeks. Registration is open. Let's go. I'm wondering, as a natural bodybuilder, do you need any additional supplements to help you get shredded? Or is it possible to get to single-digit body fat with diet and exercise alone? All right, guys, well, happy almost New Year. And so what I thought I would do today is take you down the list of my top 5 supplements when it comes to, losing body fat, because I got this great question off my Instagram direct message. So I thank you guys for sending the great questions, and I hope you'll continue to do that in 2022. I love to help you guys out. So I want to let you guys understand that I am sponsored by a supplement company. So there are going to be people that are detractors and say, well, because you're sponsored by a supplement company, your advice is tainted. And if you feel that way, I completely understand it. But just understand that I'm trying to give the best advice I can. And I turned down literally hundreds of sponsorship opportunities for this channel. I was sponsored by Core Nutritionals before I had a YouTube following, right? So this is what I actually use whenever I diet myself, as well as my clients, the most valuable things to me. And actually I have my wife take some of these supplements. So, but I just wanted to put that out there for you guys to know that I am a part of Core Nutritionals. But I'm gonna give you the reasons why I use these. And I'm gonna start at number 5 and go down to number 1 and explain to you why I think they are beneficial. Now, the question was actually proposed, can you get to single-digit body fat without supplements? Absolutely. The thing that supplements allow us to do is just be more efficient. And so that's why you'll see a theme here with all these products. So I'm gonna start with this one. Now, this one's called Core Burn. The cool thing is, if you look right here, it's got my name on it. Well, why is that? Well, I helped formulate it. So Doug, I work with so many athletes, and we have 22 coaches at Pro Physique. So I get to see a lot of things that people need and things that are missing within the supplement world. And so with Core Burn, what I felt was there was a lot of thermogenic products on the market. They're marketed as fat burners. And I don't like the term fat burner, because you don't burn fat just by taking a thermogenic. Okay, that doesn't make you burn fat. The thing that a thermogenic does is suppresses appetite, helps you decrease your calories, and it gives you energy, helps you burn more calories. However, there was already a bunch of these products on the market. So what was missing? I felt the problem with less appetite and more energy was also an increase in stress. And how do we decrease stress? Well, something called KSM66, commonly known as ashwagandha, but KSM66 is actually the clinical version, and it's very effective, and it's clinically dosed in here. So not only do you get the benefits of appetite suppression and a little bit more energy in Core Burn, you also get a reduction in cortisol. So I think it's perfect for morning cardio, okay? It's something that I use once I get to a place where energy is not sufficient. And I'll say this, that's a supplement that at the beginning of prep I don't use. But when I get closer to that 10% and shredded 5% mark, it becomes more and more essential for me, okay? It really helps. So that's why it's number 5 on my list. And again, we're gonna end with what I think is the most valuable supplement on the market today, hands down. I would also like to add, guys, if you get any of these products and you go to corenutritionals.com on the screen here and you use my code PaulR20, that will save you 20%. The next one is going to be Corbolic, which, if you guys aren't familiar with Laxogenin, it's a product that hasn't been on the market that long, and it was probably the one I was most skeptical about when it came out. So what I did was I took all other supplements out of my routine for a couple weeks, and then I added Corbolic in, okay, the Laxogenin. And what I noticed was I forgot that I was actually taking it, because I took everything out, and it's only a couple pills, so I was taking it in the morning, and I started going in the gym and noticing, wow, I feel really strong today. My recovery was improving. And then it occurred to me after like a week, like, oh my gosh, you're taking this Corbolic. And it had an effect on me that I haven't felt in a while, except for one other supplement, which I'll explain in a little bit. So I did my own digging on Laxogenin and found that it does have some benefits to muscle protein synthesis, and it made sense to me. It's like, wow, like, especially I'm 46-year-old, guys. I've been doing this thing a long time. So I obviously am not going to be as, not recover as well and be as robust as someone who's in their 20s anymore. I've been at this for, 30 years. That sounds crazy, but I started lifting weights in high school, and I'm 46 now. Lifetime natural, I'm 6'3", 220 pounds for anyone that's, curious. So when I find a supplement that I take and I notice an immediate benefit, that's valuable to me, because there's not many things that are like that. So Corbolic, Laxogenin would be my number 4. Number 3, well, actually, this is another cool one, because look, my name's on this one too. So a couple of years ago, your friend Paul realized he couldn't have whey protein anymore, not even isolate. I have an allergic reaction. I have an intolerance to one of the proteins that is in whey protein isolates. It's not even the lactose, I found out. So what do? I tell you something, that makes it very difficult to hit your protein numbers, especially for me who's, I'm trying to get well over 200 grams of protein a day. That is a lot of chicken, guys. And when you can just have a couple scoops of whey once or twice a day and, boost your protein by 40, 50 grams, and it's delicious, that's great. But what happens when you have to remove protein powder from the equation? It makes my life a lot more difficult, meaning I have to do a lot more meal prep, right? Especially, I don't mind doing meal prep when I'm lean. You're a little bit more motivated to prep and cook and eat food when you're leaner, but at the off-season phases. And so I talked to Doug about, hey, would you be interested in doing a vegan protein powder? And he said, hell no, we don't do vegan. We're anti-vegan around here. And I'm joking, of course, but that they weren't interested in really doing it. Finally, he kind of caved and came out with a vegan protein, and lo and behold, I think he changed the vegan protein market, because a lot of the vegan proteins that were out, the ones that I were trying to use, tasted like cardboard. He nailed it. Not only that, so this is the chocolate one, this is the brownie batter. Here's the macros: 3 fat, 2 carb, 21 protein, all right? It's dosed so well, and it's got all the ingredients of all the amino acids, so you can see them all in there. And obviously the leucine is over 2,000 milligrams, and leucine is the one that's most responsible for triggering muscle protein synthesis. So not only do I really enjoy this, but I think adding this into my diet, I have it every morning, has helped my digestion, because it's plant material. And prior to that, I wasn't getting a ton of plant material. So as soon as I added my core vegan protein into my routine, I was thrilled. Now, some might argue this is not a supplement, it's a food item. But for me, that's what a supplement is. A supplement helps you get the nutrition, helps you fill in the gaps of the things that you're missing, helps you recover better, right? It's not gonna get you up early for your cardio. It's not gonna help you get that extra rep in the gym. It's not gonna prep your food for you, right? It is going to fill in the little gaps of the things that are missing and make your life a little bit better. And Core Vegan probably has had the most impact on my life over the last year, because since it's been out, I have not missed my protein targets. Whereas before, sometimes I'd be like, I don't really feel like getting up to make a whole nother meal, right? Yeah, call me lazy, call me what you will, but sometimes, a scoop of protein powder is a lifesaver. And number 2, no one's gonna be surprised by this. Creatine monohydrate. I think this thing costs $20 or less, if I'm not mistaken. It's the cheapest, most affordable supplement on the market, probably the most researched supplement in history. Increases muscle volume, increases strength. It just improves the ATP, it improves our recovery. And if you can train harder and recover better, guess what happens over time? You build more muscle. Some people will complain, like, isn't there something like water or fluid retention associated with it? Yes, but it's in your muscle cells. So it's technically lean body mass that you're holding on to. So creatine monohydrate is, you know, it has to just be at the top. And so you're like, well, what's number one if creatine's number two, the most proven supplement ever? Here's how good this supplement is. I don't even have a bottle right now. I'll put a picture of it on the screen here. It's called Core Hard. What is Core Hard? Well, when Doug first introduced this product, it was thought to be a hardening agent, right? And it originally included another ingredient, which has since been banned by the World Anti-Doping Association, WADA, whatever they're called. So to keep the product natural, he pulled that product out. But the key ingredients are twofold in this, in my opinion. One, I talked about, KSM 66, ashwagandha. The research behind this product is fantastic for lowering cortisol. Guess what happens when you lower cortisol? That's right, so many benefits. There's so much benefits to reducing your response to stress that it has some downstream effects like increased testosterone. I think we all need that. Also, decreased hunger, okay? And then if you just take a person and they start to recover better, they become a better version of themselves. They become a better athlete. And Core Hard is something that even my wife takes. I told you guys I have my wife takes these supplements. She's very type A, and it helps her stay calmer. I also notice myself, I don't snap or I don't get as frustrated as quickly when I'm taking Core Hard. It blunts that response to stress. And it makes a lot of sense. It also has something called DIM, D-I-M in there, which is another hormone stabilizer. Now, I don't require, but I really strongly suggest that all my clients take Core Hard. It just makes everybody better. And I'll say this, the leaner you get, the better that product becomes. It is the #1 product in the world, in my opinion. And a lot of people will say, well Paul, I take ashwagandha. I don't need that version. I'm telling you, buy it one time. Because ashwagandha, if that's what's in your product, it's not nearly as regulated. It's not nearly as detailed as KSM 66, that specific version of ashwagandha. All right, guys, have a happy New Year's Eve, a great New Year, and let's make 2022 great. Jump in that transformation challenge, and I'll talk to you Monday.